The severe challenges associated with accommodation in many parts of the country, particularly the urban areas, leads to people procuring parcel of lands and building their own houses. However, the promotion of property rights, particularly land ownership in Ghana, is also a challenge that confronts many people after securing these lands. This is witnessed in cases where langars attack property owners due to the sale of land to multiple buyers. Sixtus Mensah is a shop manager in charge of the sale of flower pots and ceramic wares at East Legon in Accra. He shares with Citi News his experience with langars over the piece of land on which he has been operating his business for the past 13 years. He says the land has been leased out for the next 50 years.
And I must say we are here for the past 13 to 14 years now. But before the lockdown, one Ibrahim Jaja just came and then demolished our fence here, even broke most of our pots, claiming this place is his property. So as at now, we don't know what is actually happening. We have sent the matter. We reported the case to the police, but still. So after the lockdown, they came again, then they started constructing the walls here. So as we speak now, the case is at the court. But still, I must say about 6 days ago, they started constructing a fence wall, which we don't know what is actually happening.
Not only Sixtus finds himself in this situation. Nick Amuzu, a resident of Adenta, also narrates his encounter with langars over a piece of land on which he has erected structures.
You'll be in your home. If you put up a building, you leave a place as a garden, you'll be in your home. You see langars plus police patrol team with AK-47 and with masons, with tools, with material in a tipper truck following them. They'll just come and dump it. And before you realize, within 2 weeks, they will break your burden and build. That is what is going on. So when you approach the police, they will not tell you anything and they will just throw your case out.
According to the Greater Accra Regional Police, proper checks must be done before acquiring the land due to its scarcity to forestall any litigation issue.
Land in Accra has become very scarce. And so people must make sure they do due diligence and investigate the land they are interested in properly before they part their monies or make certain commitments. Otherwise, getting that money back, getting it back becomes very difficult. And that is when we begin to see all the land guard or private land guard security providers.
However, the victims say the highest level of due diligence conducted before purchasing the land could not save them from their traumatizing encounter with langars.
We were given a document on this land by Bawaleshi. That's a portion of La Klana. They gave us the document. We have document covering the place that we are occupying.
I got this land from the Labadians. And the Labadi and Teshi people acquired this place and they gave it to us the year 2000. So after I got it, I tried to trace the document. So the documentation took 3 years. So 2003, they were able to give me the document. So I went to Lance and checked who is this land, who this land affected. And I saw their family name at the Lance. So quickly, I put up a burden here.
For these two frustrated property owners, the police have not demonstrated a lot of seriousness in their attempt to clamp down on the activities of these langars. They allege that the heinous activities are sometimes perpetrated under the supervision of the police.
When I went to the Lakeside Police Station Community 8 to complain about it, the commander told me that he has been instructed from headquarters he should not handle my case. So I was thrown out from that police station. that gave them authority. They put up this structure here.
This case has been reported to East Legon Police Station on several occasions. Before the breakages or when they started, we have been reporting. Even they have given a CID who came here. But the CID, his hand is tight at his back. He cannot perform. Why? Yeah, because when you called him, he will tell you, Mr. Mesa, I'm somewhere. And I say, oh, my brother, the people were here just to destroy. Even they came with a police patrol team.
The police, however, refuted the claims.
Police would never engage activities of land guard. Neither will police front the land guard activities. For them to do what? No. Most times, if you have seen police on land, it is purely on enforcement reasons. And these are done with, how do we call it, proper documentation and orders from the court.
The property owners lamented the impact of the situation on their lives.
The whole place, they have wind sand here. So we have to refill here, one. Before we plant the neem trees and then the palm trees. And you know, palm tree, it takes years to grow. Now, we are in a stage whereby we even plant flowers under the palm tree. They destroy all those things. Even some of the pots, they destroy all the pots. So the money involved, even the destruction alone, it's not a small money. Right now, we are not secure. The whole place is opened. People can pass everywhere and even take some of the pots. You will not know. So there is insecurity around the place.
In fact, I cannot sleep. I cannot sleep because now, as a man of God, you could see that because of the COVID, they stop us from operating, going to church. So because of that, we don't have much fun to fight this case at the court level. So I'm just relying on God, praying. Or if somebody can be able to help me, that is what I'm relying on now. Because now I cannot sleep. Because almost 20 years now, all my toil that I toil in Accra here with the 6 children, this is the only property I have for my children in future. But it's being taken over by some people who feel they have money and they have power. So I cannot sleep.
The police advised victims of attacks from langars to seek legal redress at the court.
Litigation on lands is purely civil. It has civil jurisprudence. It is not an issue of the police. What we do is that when somebody comes to us, we will do our preliminary investigations. Then we'll find out, we'll go to the land commission, we'll sometimes go to the surveyors for us to determine the coordinates of the land, find out whose land it is. People come with documents that are far backdated. Others also come with similar documents claiming to have bought the land from different people. We cannot determine that. So after going through the preliminary investigation, we realize that these are purely civil issues. So go to court. That is when the confusion comes in.
The victims also called for an effective legal system to address the menace.
The government of the day, His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, can be able to look upon these laws as he is a lawyer and make sure that he put a stop to all this kind of harassment, attacking most of which the vulnerable in the society.
The case is in court. I think they should fast track it so that judgment should be given so that we know our fate.
Meanwhile, Parliament on Thursday, July 23, passed the Land Bill 2019 to revise and consolidate the laws on land to ensure sustainable land administration, management, and an effective land tenure system.